this is FractalPanther again, and I wanted to show you an advanced version of the chicken farm. This one will sort out the chicken and the feathers and put the eggs back into the system to continue firing. I also wanted to show you how to use seeds to feed the chickens to get experience as an experience farm as well. So I showed you how to build the basic farm in the last video. I don't need to go over that again. In this video, what I started with changing was to extend the hopper line. I changed the one in the middle there to point out into this hopper. This goes out and around and back into the system, and of course that hopper goes into the dispenser in the center, which fires the eggs. Over here we have the fairly standard sorting system. It's a hopper under the distribution chain pointing into the comparator. It doesn't have to be pointing into the comparator, it just has to be pointing into not the hopper below it or the hopper beside it. The one underneath it will point towards whichever chest or system that it's going to be using. In this hopper, we are sorting out the cooked chicken. The cooked chicken will go down here and go to a chest, and I will walk you through the dropper elevator over there. In this one, we have the feathers, and I wanted to fire them out into the environment. And I'll walk you through that system in a second. But that's basically the setup. You have the sorting system with the comparator, redstone running into a repeater, which powers this block, which will turn the torch that's under the hopper on and off. When the torch goes off, the hopper will allow an item to go through to wherever it's going, be it a dropper elevator or to a dispenser or other system. So I'll show you this system in the works. If you have seeds, you can actually feed all the chickens in here and stand here and collect the experience that they're going to give you, or you can jump down inside and also feed them while you're in here if you have a lot of chickens, which is a fairly nice way of getting experience. And then you can use the trapdoor that you set up for yourself earlier. You'll see that I moved the dispenser with the lava in it to the side. This isn't any real special reason other than I wanted a single hopper, and then it would flow the lava down to kill all the chickens. And as they're dying, the chicken and the feathers are coming down this strip, going into the sorting system. The chicken is going off in that direction, and as you could see, the feathers were going into this sorting system, which put them into the dispenser. The dispenser will detect if there's anything in it and go through this to fire the dispenser off. And I'll show you that system over here. So you have the comparator, which is pulling the information from this dispenser. So if there's an item in it, it'll detect it, amp up the power, which will send it back, and when it runs over this block, it'll fire. So if I put a single item in, it will fire. If I put two items in, it'll fire two of them. If I put 64 in, it'll keep going until it's empty, and that'll turn off the system. Here's an example of the sorting system. You have your distribution chain across it. Underneath it, you have a hopper pointing into a comparator, which goes into the redstone, into a repeater, which powers the block, which turns the redstone on and off. The way this works is the hopper that's pointing at the comparator, you'll want to put an item in each block, and then you'll want to make this 18 items. Add one extra item, which will drop it into that hopper, which gets locked. So you'll always have an item there. You'll always have 18 plus 4. And then if you add another item, it'll allow this one through and drop this item into it and then put the item in your chest. So that's basically what's happening here, except instead of going directly into a chest, it's going into a hopper chain off to a dropper elevator, and the other one goes into a dispenser using that system over there to spit out all the feathers into the void. We could spit them into lava, we could spit them into a cactus, or even into the nether, depending on what you wanted to do with it. Let me set the time so that it's daylight. Here is a basic dropper elevator, and I'm going to let you have a good look at this because it took me a long time to find a video that actually showed how to set this up. So this one is set up for an odd count of droppers. If it's an even count of droppers, this would go up one more level, but you would have to have a block next to your top level. I like to just make sure that I keep this as an odd. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 droppers. If I needed to go higher, I would go 8, then a 9th. You can also go lower than this. In the Challenge Valley videos, one of the early episodes used I think it was 2 or 3 droppers to raise the pumpkin farm and the sugarcane farm up into a chest, and then instead of having it just spit it out into the world, it spat it into a chest that was above it. So the way this works is when there's something in this dropper, which has to be dropped in one at a time, so you have to go a hopper into it. I like to use a chest into a hopper and then into it. It will detect an item, power this block, which will turn off this redstone, which will unpower this block, but it'll also unpower this redstone, which is currently powering this repeater, which would turn off the repeater, which would turn off this block, which would turn on this redstone torch, which will power this to shoot the item up one. At the time it does this to shoot it up one, it will power this block, or it will, unpower this block, which will power this torch, which will make this fired up one more, which at the same time this turns on will turn this block off, turning this torch off and this torch off, powering the block above. And this will send it up one more level, and again it'll go to the next level, go up, go to the next level, go up, go to the next level. I like this system because it doesn't leave anything in the dropper elevator. It takes it all the way to the top and spits it out. So I'll demonstrate by dropping an item in. You can see it goes all the way up and then shoots it out. I'll show you that again. I'll put in a few items. I'll throw in 10. So it shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So no loss on the dropper elevator. So I use that system here as well. I run the hoppers over into the first dropper. If you're on a server, you might want to put furnaces above all of these to avoid lag, because if there's a furnace on top of a hopper, the hopper doesn't try to pull anything into it. So here again, once it's in the dropper, it gets detected. It'll turn this off, which will turn the torch on, sending the item up one, and then it'll go up the chain and then go into your chest. So there's cooked meat there. So if I throw cooked meat into here, I don't want to send too much in, so I'll put 6 in. It'll go up the chain, and you can tell that it's silent, and it's adding one piece of chicken at a time. And because I have the sorting system dropping into that, when you cook the chicken in here, I'll just throw cooked chicken in. Throw all of it in. It'll go down through the system, through the chain. It'll get detected as chicken, get sent out to your dropper elevator. And it looks like it's already done. Yeah. So let's let's turn on the lava and cook us some chicken. So because I'm not sorting out the eggs will just continue through the chain and go back in and get shot up as normal. And that's the system. So I'll give you a quick walk around on this. You could also have a sorting system for eggs and then send the eggs back into the sorting system and then take anything that's not feathers, chicken, or egg and just fire it into the world somewhere or destroy it. So that's the sorting system. Or that's the advanced chicken farm. If you guys use one of the chicken farm designs and come up with your own method of using it, please feel free to show me. I am very interested to see what people do with my ideas. So with that, I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!